Hello and welcome to The Tales of Tungsten Doktor, Part 7.
I'm a captain.
You're not a captain.
Oh, yes, I am.
Where's your captain's hat?
Well, where's your captain's hat?
I'm not a captain. This is my corner. I paid for it. The other girls say I charge too much, but I'm worth it.
Oh, well. Well. If you'll excuse me, I have many customers. I try to provide good service, so I must be about my business. Oh, very good.
Hello! You do not need to speak with me. I am just Merchant Xiang's assistant. Perhaps someday I will be Merchant Xipeng, mightiest merchant of Tien's Landing. But for now, I am just an assistant, not worthy of your honorable time.
Oh, okay. Well, move along. Ooh, I can walk. Oh, this is nice. Oh, except when I try and... If I'm not facing where I need to go, I just start strafing. Urchin boy!
These docks remind me of the fishermen in Two Rivers. A shame we will never see them again.
You ever seen a ghost? My parents are ghosts now. I ain't never seen them, though.
Don't you mean ain't never seen? Got that seat there. Can't just say ain't never seen. Ain't never seen. Or you could just replace ain't and just say never seen. It's like ain't seen. I don't know. I don't know English very well. Sailor.
If one more of these villagers sneers at me, I'm going to start punching.
You're gonna lose it.
Hello there, stranger. I haven't spotted you around Tien's Landing before. You've come at a bad time, what with the dam being open and all. Regardless, it's good to meet you. I'm Darting Lynx, the acrobat. Unfortunately, I'm not putting any shows on in Tien's Landing, if that's why you're here.
What kind of shows would you normally put on?
You know, feats of balance and precision, delicate routines to shock and amaze. Whatever brings some silver, really. I travel around the countryside putting on acts and sometimes teaching people a few tricks. Hey, now that I think of it, you're a warrior, right?
Why, yes, I am.
I may not be putting on any shows here, but I could teach you a few techniques to improve your balance and speed if you're interested.
Show me what you can teach and what you have for sale.
I'd be happy to. I'll be leaving Tien's Landing someday soon, and silver always helps the trip go smoother. Let's see what I can teach you.
The balance of nature. Just looking at the base stuff here. It's shells, swallows grace. I don't think there's anything here I need right now. I do have a lot of silver for some reason. What can I sell you? I'm not even going to worry about that right now.
Hello again.
How did you come by the name Darting Lynx?
It's not much of a story, really. It's just a stage name I picked up when I first started practicing acrobatics. I was quite young, and my master felt I was a little too fast for my own good. "You dart like a lynx," he would say, "but you balance like a drunken frog." He taught me to slow my movements and really focus on what I was doing, but his nickname for me stuck.
Can I talk to you about Tien's Landing?
As I said, I'm not really from here, so there's not much I can tell.
Okay.
I get the sense that he doesn't do.
Alright, I should go.
All the best to you.
Farewell. See you later. Okay, there's a little urchin boy. These are like... Oh. Uh-oh.
Stop right there! I gave you 2 extra duty. Get back to that galley and start cleaning.
We don't have to listen to you, Ing. You're a captain without a ship. She's nothing but a landlocked house now.
I will discover a way to free this ship. Until then, you'd better follow orders.
I've had enough of you and your orders.
Now get back in that ship! I'm your captain, understand?
Well, you're still the captain, for now. But if you don't get us out of this town soon, you're going to have a mutiny on your hands. Then we'll see what's what.
Murder, that's what. I'll show you. Murder time. Captain Ing. Can I go on your ship? Oh, that other one disappeared. Oh, yeah. Shipping time. Ooh. A book stand. And a chest. The undertow. The farther east one goes across the ocean of glass, the colder and drier the air becomes. Modern scholars have struggled to understand this phenomena, but to no avail. If one travels far enough, the sea currents all change, drawing east, just as all winds begin to draw in the same direction. Myths persist, however, of something greater, an ancient devouring evil detailed in the legends of the barbarian savages who lie among the isles of the glass ocean. The legends tell of a voracious creature, a great demon trying to draw the entire world into its maw. An expedition sent during the Starry Dynasty to discover the truth of these legends never returned and was presumed lost at sea. Cool. Money. Wow, they give money away. They just blast me with money. Hello, Captain Ing.
If you've come to complain about my men, I don't want to hear it. When Minister Sheng gets the Great Dam closed, we'll be happy to leave. Until then, we're stuck here.
Who are you?
I'm Captain Ing. This is my ship, the Lucky Knight. She's a fine vessel, or was. But now that the Great Dam is open, the Lucky Knight is stranded here along with me and my men. We're sailors. We don't belong on land. If we could just get our ship back on the water, everything would be fine. But that won't happen until someone finds a way to close the dam.
If the river is too low and fast, why don't you go close the dam?
If I leave the ship, my men will have Tien's landing in flames. The locals think the dam is haunted, and Minister Sheng can't find anyone brave enough to risk closing it.
I'm brave enough. I'll close the dam.
The moment I saw you, I knew you were the fearless sort. I hoped you would offer to help.
Maybe it was your tattoo.
It shames me to need the help of a stranger. I'm not a rich man, but my reputation, my ship, and my men are worth everything I can give. Close the dam and free us, and I'll give you all the silver I have.
Every ounce. Okay, I have more important... I'll go to the dam right now.
You won't get too far if you don't speak to Minister Sheng first. The dam is located in the ruins, but a pair of massive gates blocks the way. Only Sheng has the key.
I'll be back once the dam is closed and the river is not so low and fast.
Good luck. I'm not used to needing help from others. It's hard for me to say this, but thank you.
Stop being so, closed off. Saying thank you and asking for help is very important. A beggar?
Don't bother me. I may be a beggar, but I'm on my break right now.
I'm on break. Well, I want to give you some change. Sorry, I'm on break. Oh, are you Minister Siang? Scholar of 6 heavens. Let's look around first. Hello, boys. Tong. Let's talk to Tong.
What do you want? Can't you see we're busy drinking here? Gotta wash away our sorrows.
Sorrows? What do you mean?
It's no fun being trapped in this town. We don't know nobody, we ain't seen our families in months, and now we're stuck here. That'd drive anyone to drink.
I'll be going now.
Okay.
My reaction exactly. Okay.
Finally! Someone stronger than these cowed peasants. This town disgusts me. I am Scholar 6 Heavens, and I need someone who possesses great strength and skill. What I do not need, however, is someone who walks the way of the open palm. I can read in every movement that you would protect the weak and coddle the poor.
You're saying you need help, but not mine?
That is exactly the case. You are not worthy to help me in my task. I need someone who understands that discord, friction, and trial are the true sources of strength. If I can see by your actions that you understand the way of the closed fist, I promise to make it worth your while. Otherwise, I will not waste any more time with you.
Well, who do you think you are? Talking to me like that. That's a very closed fist way to talk. Oh, hello.
The other girls say I charge too much, but I'm worth it.
Oh, have I been out here? A dock worker? You could probably get a little boat through there. Look how fast it is.
These sailors are good for business. At least until their silver runs out.
Very good. Very good. Bamboo cask. Oh, I was waiting for the trap to blow up. The sealed gate. These gates are sealed shut and will never open. Oh, okay. Fair enough. Fair enough, sealed gate.
Irkana. O Nikasuri Irkwana no Kasa Iriruru.
The way of the closed fist. Oh. Some sort of fire?
Pretty.
Wo afawir sun urk vonir uk. Uxier sa fit kup wo sarkir.
Stop, thief. Come back here with my sword.
Put that sword back, lout! Surely there was never a minister as unlucky as Minister Sheng to suffer such insolence.
Koni onayu tashika wheel fonil satharaponi?
Is that it? You're just going to let the thief walk free?
And still poor Minister Sheng suffers the insults of tradesmen who know nothing of justice. Where would I put the lout? My jail has been burned to the ground, along with my office, I might add. I have no place to put thieves, so stop questioning your betters.
Just chop their dicks off. They'll stop thieving after that. What's going on here? A peasant man.
There are ghosts wandering the land. I won't leave my house after dark.
Fair enough.
The folks of this town were kind at first, but now they're starting to annoy me.
Well, at least they're not chopping your dick off.
This is bad. Oh, this is bad. River dried up, pirates everywhere. This is worse than the long drought.
Yeah, get on with your day, youngster. We're just passing time.
Okay. Hey, you're taking my silver. Old way.
Hey? What do you want?
Who are you?
I'm Wei. Some call me Old Wei, but that's because they don't know Old Chan. If I'm old, he's ancient. He's at least a week older than me.
Fair enough.
Of course, we're both pretty old compared to most of the people in Tien's Landing. Why, most of them don't even remember what it was like before the flood.
Tell me about the flood.
18 years ago, Emperor Sun was young and flush with success from ending the drought. He began public works all over the empire, including the great dam downriver. The workmen came and started building it near our town. We were not engineers, and so we were not sure what it would mean. Some worried that it might flood us out. Most were unconcerned. After all, if there were any danger, the Emperor would tell us, surely. One day the great dam was finished, and the floodgates were closed.
What happened?
The town flooded. We took what we could and fled. Mothers ran about screaming for their children who'd gone out to play. Children screamed for their dogs. Some folks climbed to the roofs of their houses and refused to leave. We survivors straggled upriver. Some collapsed from exhaustion, but the water kept rising. I carried a boy and a girl, and I saw another boy fall, but I couldn't carry him. Finally, I fell over too, and when I woke, I found the water had stopped rising.
Go on. Oh, look at this guy in the background. What is he doing? Prince? Suicide's Prince? Is that what it's called? Oh, whoa, 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 whoa.
The Great Dam had created an enormous lake, and we settled our new town on the banks. The lake completely covered the ruins of our town. Life went on, but no word ever came from the Imperial City. No warning, no explanation. Did we displease the Emperor, or were we just beneath his notice? I will never know. The crewmen who manned the Great Dam would come to town sometimes, but they knew no more than we. I will go to my grave never knowing.
No one here will talk about the ruins.
The people started a new life here, but there was much pain and sorrow. Conversations would trail off. At night you could hear women sobbing, and not a few men. Finally, people stopped talking about the past, and then they refused to talk about it altogether. And eventually they pretended it never happened.
Could have really been resolved if the Emperor just said, "Hey, everybody, get out of this town." I saw the ruins on my way here. They aren't underwater.
A few months ago, the Emperor's engineers and soldiers left. They just went off in the night. Soon after, the Great Dam opened on its own. There wasn't anyone around. The water drained, revealing the old ruins. And underwater these 18 years. And now they're back. I don't know what made the Great Dam open. Some say it was ghosts. They say those who died in the town don't want to be forgotten.
Why hasn't anyone closed the gates?
Oh, we don't know how. We're simple people, and the Great Dam is not a simple thing. They say there is magic involved in its construction.
Well, I understand why he didn't seek revenge, so thank you for telling me your story.
Well, thank you for listening, youngster. Not many do anymore.
That's way more interesting than my grandfather's story about corduroy pants and how they changed over the years. Beggar.
Ignore the spots. You won't catch anything from me. Well, nothing dangerous.
Merchant Chow.
Ah, I see the glint of intelligence, nobility, wisdom, consideration, and piety in your eye. A fine day to you. What can I sell you?
Let me see your wares.
I have the finest selection of seed. I carry excellent baskets, wonderful fish nets, and superb boat scrubbers.
And do you sell wind maps?
I'm afraid I do not. Just a few years ago, you could find wind maps everywhere, although only the rich needed them with their airship racing. Recently, the wind maps have disappeared. I know that when the Emperor's men left Tien's landing, they took all the wind maps with them. There are those who say... but it is not important.
Tell me.
Some say that Death's hand is collecting all the wind maps and destroying them so that only he and his minions may travel freely about the Empire. However, I do not believe such talk. I believe firmly in the goodness, kindness, and wisdom of our Emperor and all those around him.
So no one has wind maps besides Death's Hand?
I suppose there may still be merchants in the Imperial City who have some, and they were once so widely available that there must be some here and there. But I do not have any, nor do I know anyone who has one.
Let me see your wares.
I have the finest selection of seed. I carry excellent baskets, wonderful...
Do you have anything useful, like weapons or magical items?
I have a cloak so warm it's like a weapon against the cold. I have a scrubber so good that it cleans like magic.
Oh, I'll take the scrubber, please. You don't actually have anything I'd want, do you?
I am glad to hear you say what I was thinking.
Oh, Dawnstar. Tee-hee.
A completely unfair assertion. After all,
Who wouldn't want a basket so big you can carry 2 babies in it?
2 babies. I'm done speaking with you.
Very well. When you're ready to spend, I am ready to sell.
All right. Oh, let me talk to this merchant. Merchant Chung.
Konio nuyu, koki tatasinan. Sun puno onuyusi tai kunpa ipanano pir ni wonun.
Let me be. An honest merchant used to make a good living in this town, but those drunken sailors have stolen most of my goods. I have nothing to sell you. What have they taken?
Wonoir efuir uk sunorfonir sier sisitu. Sata afsoir, uk napir anir ninpir.
Most of what is missing is perishable items, grain, baked goods, fruit. There's little chance of getting them back, and they're hardly worth the effort.
Owo sair uyukap tantarundano, wo tarwair shathir owo.
The only thing I'm really upset about is a clay figurine. Yesterday, Tong, who we just met, one of the sailors took it. There was nothing I could do to stop him.
Wo kausoir noka wowo tarwair shaxiero finopifu.
The figurine isn't worth much, but it belonged to my mother. I wish there was some way to get it back. Is there something I could do to help?
Wonoir efuir uk sunorfonir sier sisitu. Sata afsoir, uk napir anir ninpir.
Normally I would look to the local officials to help, but as you've already seen, Mr. Sheng can do little about these sailors. Nobody in town can help.
Usosier uthak tarwair shathir owosu.
We're just simple villagers. Tong knows he could do whatever he wants to me and get away with it. I'll go talk to Tong for you.
Wo quair ano uyu, kubkithir soso wawer wakwakir tower wo.
Thank you. Tong and his friends are usually off getting drunk near the storehouses. Ask Beggar's Pier in the southeast corner of town.
Wo kausoir noka wowo tarwair shaxiero finopifu.
If you convince him to return my mother's figurine, I'll give you a discount on all my merchandise when it arrives. Oh, okay. Let's go talk to Minister Shang.
Are there no warriors among you?
Oh, who's this?
Will none of you... Finally, someone approaches me. I was worried that this town's courage had drained away with the water. You look like a man who is trained for combat. Would you like to put those skills to the test?
You want to test me in combat?
Not personally, no. On behalf of Lord Yun, I'm here to find a skilled warrior who can deal with a unique problem. The Great Southern Forest, which lies north of this village, suffers from a terrible disease.
I want to punch the trees.
Every tree within its borders sickens, and the place is infested with ghosts of all manners.
Punch the trees. Does anyone know what causes the sickness?
If we did, would I be here?
Sassy.
Lord Yun, my master, seeks a way to open the forest again and make it safe for travel. He is prepared to reward whoever aids him. Our men are no match for the ghosts in the forest. Perhaps you are.
How do I reach the forest?
You must leave Tien's Landing via the gate and follow the roadway to the north. The forest is but a short journey away, and Lord Yun makes his camp at the base of a hill, which should be easy to find. The path there is relatively safe, but travel beyond his camp and things worsen considerably.
Goodbye.
Go safely, and remember what I've said. Lord Yun needs the help of able warriors like yourself.
I am quite able. Minister Sheng.
It is not easy to be Minister Sheng, beset with troubles and doom, and now interrupted by some difficult stranger. Truly, can you not see that I am busy watching my career slide into oblivion? Minister Sheng simply hasn't time for your petty concerns. I have problems of my own.
What are you minister of?
The Ministry of Harmony, which oversees taxation and execution, usually in that order. But poor Minister Sheng oversees nothing in this dying town. Nothing but failure! This backwater pimple of a town lives off of the lake created by the Great Dam, But the Great Dam is open and the lake is dry. The town is dying. Under my supervision.
Why is the Great Dam open?
I have nary a clue. Unless... very well, you've convinced me to talk. It is dangerous to say anything, but I am a brave man.
Brave.
It was that horrible Inquisitor, Lim. Lim oversees the Lotus Assassin operations in this area. A few weeks ago, he came to town and demanded a key to the ruins. Then his men went up there and opened the Great Dam.
Bastard. Why did they do that?
Inquisitor Lim has his assassins searching for something, though what it is I couldn't say. Minister Sheng knows better than to stick his nose in the business of the Lotus Assassins. I didn't want the town to panic, so I kept Lim's presence here a secret. Better the peasants think it was ghosts. A much less terrifying idea.
Huh. Is there anything I can do?
Some brave soul must travel through the old ruins, which are absolutely not infested with ghosts, and close the Great Dam. The gate to the ruins is locked, but I have a key.
Well, give me that key there.
I cannot order or even ask someone to go do this. If the Great Dam closes, the ruins will flood. Various assassins and soldiers will be killed. Not good for my career. But if I happen to lose the key and someone happened to find it, the town could be saved and the problem solved without any sanction from me.
Hey, what did you just give me? Is that a key?
What are you talking about? I haven't given you anything. Although I will need that back when you're done. Oh, and I am certainly not going to tell you that the ruins can be reached by heading across the footbridge and out the west gate of town. It wouldn't be proper.
Is there a reward for doing this?
Not for me, certainly, because I never asked you to do anything, right? Now, I happen to know of a ship's captain down on the waterfront, Ing, I think, who is trapped here. He has a big cargo rotting in his hold. I am sure he would pay a good sum to anyone who could close the Great Dam. Of course, being a stranger, he'd not be able to tell you that you'd need to go through the ruins which lie through the west gate. Tourists rarely know the lie of the land, you see.
Yes, I understand. Would you happen to not know anything about flyers while we're at it?
Minister Sheng remembers when flyers were reserved for the wealthy elite of the Imperial City. Now pirates use them to raid the countryside. Disgraceful. I suppose in theory you could find a flyer at the pirate camp upriver. In practice, however, I doubt you would find the pirates very accommodating. I suppose Rue the bosun is mad enough to take you if he's drunk. Yes. Rue is surely the only one who would make the trip. And then the pirates would kill you.
Now, wait a minute. Boatswain? I thought it was boatswain. Ah. Where can I find Rue the boatswain?
Rue announced 3 days ago that he was going to close the Great Dam, but first he stopped at the tea house for a bowl of wine. As far as I know, he's still there.
Where is the tea house? I think I know where it is.
Minister Sheng has been reduced to a tour guide.
Yeah, okay. I need to find a flyer.
Minister Sheng remembers...
Oh, okay. Has a fleet of flyers passed by recently?
I recently saw a large fleet of flyers pass by. Minister Sheng held out hope that they had come to escort him away from this demeaning post and back to the Imperial City. But the flyers never stopped in Tien's Landing. They headed upriver, towards the pirates' camp. No doubt they went there to refuel, though where they are now I could not say.
What can you tell me about these pirates?
The pirates are just one more affliction that plagues this troubled town, and yet another headache for poor Minister Sheng. They raid the surrounding countryside, swooping down with their flyers to capture slaves. Do you know how bad it looks when someone under my jurisdiction is captured by slavers?
Probably not good.
Fortunately, they haven't attacked the town itself yet. Gao, the man I hear is running them, knows that would draw too much attention.
Ah. Did you say Gao was in charge?
Yes, I believe that was his name. Gao. An unsavory character by all accounts. There are even rumors he is connected to that infamous crime syndicate known as the Guild. The pirates have been operating in this area for many years, or so I was told. However, things became much more serious when Gao took over. The pirates started using flyers and gathering slaves at an enormous rate. I imagine things are very unpleasant over at their camp. Not that I'm willing to go take a look.
Has anybody tried to stop them?
Are you accusing Minister Sheng of neglecting this problem?
Perhaps.
It's not that easy. One can't simply point and say, the pirates are over there. Well, actually, one can. But the only approach is by river, and no sane bargeman would be willing to risk such a journey. Sane people don't go looking for the pirates. They avoid them. I suppose Rue the bosun is mad enough to take you if he's drunk.
Let's go back to my other questions.
Oh yes, let's.
I'm curious about you.
Ah, my favorite subject. Ask, and Sheng, Imperial Minister of Harmony for this entire region, will let you bask in the glory that is... me.
What does the Minister of Harmony do?
Woe to Sheng that his sole ally is an uneducated simpleton. The Ministry of Harmony oversees taxes and executions for this entire region.
Doesn't this entire region just consist of this town?
Don't! Why, how dare... Yes, you are right. I am minister of this bleeding pus-pool of a town. And yes, it is because I am in disfavor. Are you through? Because you haven't yet picked on my appearance or my family history. Why stop short of completely obliterating the last little bit of dignity to which Minister Sheng clings?
Easy, Master Shang. Why were you sent to Tien's Landing?
Judge Fang, the Chief Minister of Harmony. He didn't want me anywhere near the seat of power. He sent me here, an exile as unjust as any in the history of the Empire.
But why did he do that?
Jealousy! You see, by the rosters of the Imperial bureaucracy, I am next in line for Fang's job. It was only a matter of time until Minister Sheng ascended to his position. Fang does not think much of me, so he banished me to this remote branch of the Ministry of Harmony. Now one of his lackeys will take my rightful position as his successor.
Why are you standing here in front of the cart?
The shame! Since the Great Dam opened and the lake drained, there has been a ship trapped in port and the sailors are growing increasingly rowdy. Some of them got drunk and set fire to the Ministry of Harmony's office. That is the ruin of it over there.
I want to ask you about the Empire.
It is true I am knowledgeable and well-traveled. Very well, let me elucidate.
Tell me about the Imperial City.
Oh, I miss it so. And it misses me, I am sure. A grand place, but I fear I shall never see it again. Even the mention of the name brings sorrow to Minister Sheng's heart. Please, let us discuss some other topic. Recollecting the grandeur of the Imperial City in these mean and meager surroundings is too cruel a tragedy to bear.
Well, that's about all I can ask. Goodbye.
Yes, yes, go and leave Minister Sheng alone to ponder his troubles. Now go close the Great Dam, and I never said that.
Oh, keys to the ruin. Let's go do that. Well, let's go visit Tong first and punch him till he gives us back that clay figurine. Oh! Greetings, stranger. I noticed you speaking with Minister Shang. I wonder if I could have but a moment of your time. Who are you? I am Merchant Jang, wine seller. I serve the community by entertaining these sailors trapped in our town. I need the help of someone with a steely eye and a steady hand. And a big iron on his hip. Exactly how much are you selling your wine for? 20 20 silver for one bowl, honored stranger, in advance. But we have other matters to discuss. I need the help of someone like you, someone sharp and fast. 20 silver, that's outrageous.
Oknikofia apania sasa tatasi no ni nano yok yowea sonse ya wo yowea.
That is what the market will bear. I'm but a slave to the market forces. Now, if it wouldn't trouble you, I need the help of someone who can get things done. What sort of help do you need?
Oknikofia apania sasa tatasi no ni nano yok yowea sonse ya wo yowea.
This is an excellent time to be a wine merchant. The sailors trapped around town were on the river for quite a long time, and they had saved up massive amounts of silver. Oh, good. So now you're talking about how you're a piece of shit.
Niwupa ia kupu sa ia ewath kraka ia nano uksaro isowak nikano wo napia shathia uko.
They've made me a rich man, but they still have much silver to spend, and I have a large enough supply of wine to last many moons before my stocks run dry.
Niwu sosawa ia wak tasi no ni nano yota napia ifa ia ok.
I saw you speaking with Mr. Shang, worthy one. I suspect he asked you to go out to the great dam and close it. Am I right? None of your business.
Niwupa ia kupu sa ia ewath kraka ia nano uksaro isowak nikano wo napia shathia uko.
Pretend for a moment that he asked you to close the dam, which he didn't. He probably talked about saving the town, but I bet he offered you nothing for your services. I offer more.
Oknikofia apania sasa tatasi no ni nano yok yowea sonse ya wo yowea.
If the great dam closes, the water level rises, and those sailors will float away with all their silver. It would be a ridiculous waste of a golden business opportunity. Shouldn't you say a silver business opportunity?
Wonoa ea sususatia sonsifonia sonsi ifok.
I want you to destroy the controls of the dam, leaving it forever. Then there will be no danger of some adventurer coming by and closing it. I'm not going to doom this entire town.
Oifo ea uksonko noko isansia.
Don't be so dramatic. I know that some think this river situation is fatal, but they are overreacting. They cannot adapt to the new realities.
Oknikofia apania sasa tatasi no ni nano yok yowea sonse ya wo yowea.
True, if the dam remains open, the town will consolidate a bit. That might be a good thing. Either way, the smart ones who planned for their future will be fine. What a piece of shit.
Kutkosi wiwa ya wonoa ya ifo wiya okta wikino.
If you perform this service for me, I will pay you 20% of my profits to date. Rest assured, it's a very substantial sum. What if I expose your plan? Oh, wow, that was quite short for what he said. You have no proof I asked you to do this. It's just my word against yours. Who will they believe? A stranger new to town or a respected merchant? I want no part of this.
Utatsa ya okayowe ya fonia sisa ya trusta pafawe ya towea.
No need to rush to a decision. Just keep in mind, if you destroy the controls, bring me some proof and I will helpfully honor my word.
Aworth utkua wo kokopia kawa ya elworth.
20% of my profit to date. Remember that. What a douchebag. Piece of shit.
Your move, old goat.
That's the gate, okay. Gotta go back this way for a Tongi boy. He stole his mom's Legos. Oh, you're over there. Oh yeah, that was the guy who was rude to me in the beginning. Well, you can get fucked. Even more fucked than before.
You again. What do you want now? Can't you see we're busy?
Give me his mom's Barbie doll. You stole a figurine from Merchant Chung.
Figurine? You mean that clay statue? It's a pretty little thing. I just borrowed it for a while. I didn't steal it.
Maybe you should give it back now.
But I like it. My ma used to have lots of little figurines like that one. I ain't seen her in a long time. This helps remind me of her.
Intuition. The figurine was a gift from Chung's own mother.
A gift from his ma? Oh, geez, I guess he probably wants it back, huh? Here, take the figurine. Yeah. I don't mean to cause no trouble. I just missed my ma is all.
I missed my Mima. Hey, it's okay. Don't cry.
I ain't crying. I just got something in my eye. I gotta go back to the boat now. Come on, boys, let's go.
Clay figurine. And it's also sealed. The gates are sealed and will never open again. Never. Oh, a cask. And I think there's a cask back here. Oh, you know what I forgot to do? Right behind Minister Shang is a book stand of some sort. And I forgot all about it. Oh god, the NPCs are repeating. Let's go read the book stand. Excuse me, Mr. Shang. Oh. The Airing of Grievances. Being a collection of the indignities suffered by Master Shang at the hands of the backward shantytown of Tien's Landing. His hat has been soiled. A parchment was stolen from him before a speech at a community gathering. His cat was viciously threatened. A chair at his table was placed backwards. His finger was slammed in a door not once but thrice. An egg was thrown at him by an unknown assailant. His cart was stolen, filled with soiled garments, and then returned. His face was ridiculed by young children. His prized tonberry was squashed. It was suggested that he performed acts of deliberate indecency upon himself. He was forced to suffer the interminable and petty gripes of the people. His hair was accused of being impermanent and false. The honor of his family was impugned. He suffered a disabling attack by a pack of bees. His reputation was maligned by brigands. Brigands! A local dog evacuated in the minister's shoe. He was given a gift of turtle eggs by a visiting merchant. It was suggested that he would be able to trace his lineage to a simple courtesan. He was referred to as Smelly. He slipped in the mud, no doubt placed in his path by jealous townsfolk. Sailors burned down his office. Okay, I'm going to go back and I'm going to close that damn dam. It's damming time. Just call me Damn Bro. Just we'll fix that in post. The boatswain. Now, I forget if this game has a day-night cycle, but it looks like it's becoming night. Looks like the sun is setting. Well, actually, it's the wrong way, isn't it? Unless this is an alien world.
Well, this has already become an educational trip. From what you discussed with Hui, it would seem we are indeed tied to important events.
I have concerns as well. Hui convinced me that your master is the glorious strategist. Tell me, Dawnstar, what are your earliest memories with him?
You would be better served by asking his favorite student. He was at the school 3 years before I was.
Yeah, he's always talked about how he was the Emperor's brother. She's correct about that. I was with him the longest.
We'll focus on you quite a bit by the time we are done, given the spirit monk connection. But I asked Dawnstar what she remembers.
Oh.
The only thing I know about my life before coming to the school is that I was not wanted, probably because of the bad omens I was born under.
Bad odor.
Bad omens? What makes you think that? You said you don't know anything.
I know because of my name. It's one of the few details Master Li was told. I was named for a red glow opposite the morning sun, like a distant fire.
Like the burning of dirge that Hui just mentioned.
Yes, I guess so. I wasn't there, of course. No one but you survived. I guess someone saw it, but I don't know where dirge is or how far the fire was visible. It fits the time, but that just confirms my thoughts about being born under a bad omen. What could be worse than this attack on Dirge and the Water Dragon?
If that is the most troubling thing you learn about your birth, consider yourself lucky.
Oh, let's do a little bit more talking.
Yes? Is there something you want?
I want to know what you and Hui were talking about.
Nothing to concern yourself over. Very old business. I traveled this way when I was fleeing the Lotus Assassins.
I want to know more about this child she mentioned.
It was nothing. Some vagrant waif I passed off after making sure its belly was full. A far less surprising turn than what Hui said about your Master Li.
She confirmed that he was the Emperor's brother.
I know Hui to be a truthful and honorable person, much more so than I consider myself to be. I do not question her belief, but belief alone is not enough. What if it is true? Much will have to change to accommodate this truth. It means the Emperor lied about Li's death, and he may have assaulted the heavens. The Emperor subject to the common vice of deception. Unthinkable.
Then Death's hand has far more influence than he should.
Perhaps, but that too implies a weakness that the Emperor cannot have. I warn you, this will lead in a dangerous direction for you and Dawnstar. I cannot condone it, but I have agreed to help, and I will. Just don't blame me when the whole world is against you.
I appreciate your help, even if you give it reluctantly.
You will need more than my help. Just try not to endanger your companions. They are not to blame for what your destiny mandates. Now, is there anything else?
I want to talk about you some more. You seem agitated.
I am always agitated. It is because of my training. We were taught that we were always being watched, always being stalked. In many cases, it is actually true. You likely have similar feelings. When trained to be as vicious as the assassins, or when you are the protege of a famous master, you tend to attract unwelcome interest. I wonder how you will react to this scrutiny. I also wonder if your fellows will stand by you when the true weight of what you claim becomes known.
Only you and Dawnstar are with me. I do not question her loyalty.
Once again, I cast doubt upon myself. It seems I am destined to garner suspicion even if my actions remain neutral. The sides of the coming conflict seem very well defined. That will not always be the case. It is sometimes difficult to see the truth behind the actions of others. Enough. I don't have anything else relevant to say. Perhaps I will when I have seen more of what you are capable of and what your master intends.
Goodbye for now.
Goodbye, then.
Well, well, well. To the damn site. Where are you, damn site? I think. Oh, let me look at my map. Map. Ah. Gate to the lower ruins. Alright, that's here. Well, though, I believe I'm going to call this episode, because we just explored Tien's Landing for almost another hour. I hope you enjoyed it, and I'll be back soon with more Jade Empire.